Hello, everybody. Welcome to the NAMIC Leadership Seminar graduation. My name is Dr. Jeff Robinson, and I've had the pleasure of hosting and presenting in this program this week. We're just waiting for a few more people to join us. I'm going to give them another minute to log on and to get situated. In the meantime, I'm looking forward to seeing all of our graduates online with the nice background that we have set up for you. Looking for all of you on my screen. And then we will get down to business. So another 30 seconds or so. All right, I think it's time to begin. Welcome again, everybody. I am Dr. Jeff, as everybody calls me, Dr. Jeff Robinson from BCT Partners and Rutgers University. I am joined by my colleague, Stephanie Snyder, and she and I have been hosting this wonderful group of people who you see highlighted with the NAMIC Leadership Seminar background. This has been quite a journey for the group that we have here. And it's been very interesting to watch them over the week and to see them start to transform into some very compassionate, inclusive leaders that we think will begin to impact the entire industry. Speaking of the industry, this event, this leadership seminar is coordinated by our friends at NAMIC. And in particular, we've been working very closely with the Chief of Strategy and Programs, Anne-Marie Burton, who's going to share with you a few remarks from the national organization.
Thank you, Dr. Robinson, and thank you everyone for joining us today. Congratulations to the graduating September NAMIC Leadership Seminar class. You have done it. On behalf of the NAMIC Board of Directors and our amazing President and CEO, Shanice Washington, congratulations for what I believe has been a truly transformational week. We know that you have many choices when it comes to professional development, so thank you for making NAMIC your professional home. and for becoming a member of this amazing organization. I want to thank our amazing partners for investing in each and every one of you and for supporting our mission, which is to educate, advocate, and empower for multi-ethnic diversity in this industry. I also want to thank our outstanding faculty for an amazing, phenomenal education, engaging, empowering, and dynamic experience. Thank you to BCT partners and Dr. Robinson for leading an outstanding faculty that has created truly transformative experiences. It takes leaders to grow leaders. So as you reflect on your journey this week, I want to encourage you to look back on your teams, the individuals that you're leading, look at your experiences, and look at other individuals that you can pull up as you learn and grow, and also help encourage them to register for this program. I'm excited to say that we have a lot more coming down the pike. We have 2 new programs that we'll be launching in 2022. One is called Leading Inclusive Teams, and the other one is a strategic management series. Both of these programs are about 7-month journeys. They'll both be hybrid in the sense that they'll be in person and virtual. Please look out for them when the announcement goes out and plan to register. And I hope that many of you will be taking advantage of these opportunities. I also can't say how excited I am to see you all next week at our 35th annual NAMIC conference, which is held as part of Diversity Week. This year's conference will be virtual and offers fantastic sessions, fantastic content that aligns with many of the things you learned this week. And I believe that it will leave you both enriched personally and professionally. So come network, learn, and let's continue the party next week over at NAMIC National. With that, I give it back to Dr. Roberts.
Thank you, Anne Marie. Thank you very much to all of the participants and to all of the guests who have joined us today. Just to give you a sense of what's going to happen next, we're going to hear from some of the class speakers. We have 5 people who I'll name in just a moment who will bring us a couple of minutes of reflections on this week. After that, we'll have the presentation of the graduates through a video program, which will highlight each and every one of the participants. We'll present some special awards and then have some closing remarks at the very end. This is a great opportunity for all of us to sit back and to hear from 5 of our people who have gone through the program and have prepared some remarks that will tell you a little bit more about what happens in this, what people have called very transformative program. So let me take a moment to name the names of the 5 who will be speaking. Then I'll have each one come up in this order. We'll spotlight them here in our Zoom auditorium and give them a chance to tell us some more about their thoughts. So we have 5 people: Teresa Kung, Danish Kumar, Ricardo Duncan, Symphony Von Rippen, and Kevin LaFon. Now, 3 of our speakers today come from Comcast. Comcast had a very large number of folks involved in the program this time around in this cohort, so sort of is reasonable to expect that several of our speakers might come from Comcast, so nobody else get mad or upset about that. We do also have 2 speakers, one from Discovery and A&E Networks. So let me bring them up one at a time. We can put the spotlight on Teresa Kong. She's our first speaker. She's manager and community account representatives at Comcast. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and happy Friday. My name is Teresa Kong. I'm a community account sales manager for Comcast in the Chicago region. First and foremost, I would like to thank my leadership team, Chris Smith, David Lysak, and Richard Harris. Thank you from the deep of my heart. Thank you for your continued support and investment into my development journey. I was recommended to share a couple of aha moments from the seminar. So as I was preparing for the speech last night and reflecting this past week, I couldn't decide which moments to share as there were so many to choose. From a moment of discovery, when my Berkman report called out certain behaviors and level of interest that I didn't realize I preferred or least preferred, and ways to strengthen as well as ways to close those gaps. In moments of rejuvenation, when Dr. Robinson discussed the importance and impact of effective networking and mentoring. Also, moments of motivation when Dr. Miller shared the organizational savvy and executive presence. To moments of reassurance when Dr. Johnson discussed inclusive leadership. And definitely moment of inspiration when Dr. Kopra shared stories of his mother, his career journey, and impacts he made in people's career as well as different organizations. Instead of sharing these moments, I've decided to share my 3 takeaways. 1, self-awareness. It has been a minute since I thought this hard and deep about myself, my career, my goals and inspirations, and most importantly, my potentials. 2, network, network, and network. I always knew the importance of network, but I never realized the level of impacts and potential of effective networking. Now I not only need to expand my network, but I also need to change my networking behavior. 3, wake up, rise up, show up. Wake up to be present, to be seen. Rise up to become you, adapt to be your best. Show up, embrace and express that all you are. Finally, I'd like to thank Dr. Robinson, Dr. Johnson, Dr. Miller, and Dr. Kopra for sharing your words of wisdom, your experiences and insights. Thank you, Anne-Marie, for your behind-the-scenes coordination to make this seminar a success, and Stephanie for your technical expertise. Last but not least, congratulations and thank you to my fellow classmates or trainees. It has been such a pleasure to be part of this development journey with all of you, and I wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Teresa. Very good. Thank you very much. Give her some virtual hand claps for sure. That was fantastic. All right, our second speaker, Dinesh Kumar, a senior manager over at Comcast. He'll tell us more about where he's from and what he's thinking.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Jeff. First of all, I would like to thanks BCT partners and all the volunteers, as well as all the instructors who were part of this program, having this great program. I'm Dinesh Kumar, as Dr. Jeff said. I work for Comcast as a senior manager, part of data team. Let me start sharing my journey with NAMIC. I'm associated with NAMIC for last couple of months, right? If I look back, my boss, Tarun Ray, who is on the call, he told me, there is a great program, you should take advantage of leadership training. Initially, I wasn't sure whether I really want to invest 1 week in the training when I have so much going on at work. But after completing 1 week of this training, having so many great sessions, meeting all of the faculty members, as well as meeting all my team members who were part of these great sessions. I would say this is one of the best weeks of learning I had in my career. If I look back in this week, there were so many good topics which were covered. Started with Berkman report, talked about individual interest, talked about emotional intelligence, work styles, then getting into mentoring, networking. There were so many sessions where I learned so much in this 1 week. But if I have to just pick one session, say, okay, what was my aha moment in this was inclusive leadership. This is the time where all the companies are spending so much energy and money for DE&I, which is diversity, equity, and inclusiveness. So this was a great session for me to learn at this time. There were so many great concepts which were taught as part of this inclusive leadership, how to give kudos effectively, how trust is important between a leader and their teams, right? How it becomes important, how much courage it takes to be an inclusive leader, right? I'm start using all these techniques in my current role as well as in my future role over the years as it comes. One thing to mention, one other thing which I was thinking about before joining this program is I'm not sure, I've done a lot of in-person training. I have not done any Zoom training, how it's going to work out, right? But I would say, anybody who is trying to get in this program, this is wonderful. I'll give again kudos to all the host instructor who were part of this, did a great job organizing it, executing it on time, doing everything, as they can. I would recommend this program anyone who is trying to get into leadership or new in leadership, want to learn more hands-on training on leadership. This is again a great avenue for building social connections. I already have 34 new friends, 34 new people who can I network with. So thank you again. Thank you everyone who were part of it. Thanks.
Right. Thank you, Dinesh. You have said that very well. Appreciate you. All right, we're moving on. Ricardo Duncan, Senior Director of Technical Operations, also at Comcast, is gonna share his remarks.
All right, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us in this great opportunity, great event here. First and foremost, I'd like to just thank Comcast. As we know, there are other vendors, there are other companies here on this day with the celebrating as well, but for Comcast to commit the time, the resources to this, just want to thank them for continued professional growth and looking towards all of us and taking us through this journey here. But I'll be remiss if I do not thank my boss who's on here, Anthony Biggs. Anthony, who has been phenomenal supporter, guidance throughout my career here at Comcast in my 2.5 years, nominated me for this program. When I first heard about it, really wasn't similar to Dinesh, was not really sure about the program, but I can tell you it's been phenomenal, which I'll speak to in a moment. But I'd also like to thank a couple of individuals who are on this call as well, who've been here and guided me through this process over the last 2.5 years here at Comcast. First will be Elena Kilpatrick, one of the vice presidents here in the Freedom region, Robert Jones, the vice president in the Beltway region, and then also Dale Elfritz, who's also one of the VPs here in the Freedom region as well. A lot of good guidance, a lot of good information there. For me, I was asked to just discuss a couple of things. One is just tell your story. And for me, for those who know, for those who don't know me, I have a very unique story. For me, I was born in Central America. I was born in Panama. I'm a retired United States Navy chief, but I also have worked in a couple industries, defense contracting, as well as the communication industry. So for me, my journey has been extremely diverse, which has given me a great opportunity to see different parts of different corporations. I've been fortunate enough to work in multiple organizations within these particular industries as well. But one of the things that I take away from here more than anything else is the fact that I'm able to connect the dots and see the big picture. This is what these different areas, different companies, different, rather you talk about military or civilian, has given me the opportunity to do. So I see it from a different point of view, but this particular course here today, this week, excuse me, opened up so much more above and beyond just the hands-on. It's the soft skills, some of the other items that we know about, some of the things that we have not heard about, but most importantly, how do we deal with so many of these? There's a piece in here that we dealt with very first day, and I know I've spoken to my boss about this already, and I look forward to sitting down with him, my teammates, my peers, my team members and my peers, and just talking about my needs. There's something we covered on Monday that's really stuck with me, my needs, and what does that do when it comes to creating stress. If my needs are met, I'm able to deal with stress. So this is one of the things I'm going to sit down with Anthony, sit down with my peers and my team relatively soon to just really discuss what has this done for me? What does this mean for me? Not only for me, but what's important to them. What are their needs as well? So we can collectively work and make a stronger impact on this business and make sure we have a strong working relationship. Prior to attending this particular course, which I've been able to do some at my previous employer, plus as well military, I expected this to be solely professionally based. Walking away from this though, I realized it's not just professionally based, this is also personal. This to me, I'll be able to utilize all of these different items that I've gained and learned during this week to really utilize this not only here, but at home with my family, friends, and especially with my wife. When we talk about stresses and what stresses and what needs I need, she can definitely relate to this. So look forward to working with her on that as well. Last, I would definitely like to thank the entire NAMIC leadership team, the team who's just took us through, and you can really tell they enjoy this. They love what they do. They shared all their knowledge, their passion, their personal stories with all of us. And for that, I just want to thank you all for the great opportunity. Look forward to connecting with all of my peers, and congratulations to them as well. So thank you, everybody. Have a great afternoon.
Right. Thank you, Ricardo. Thank you for sharing your story. Next up is Symphony Van Rippen, the Manager of Business and Legal Affairs at Discovery Inc. Symphony, the floor is yours.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. This week, we became equipped with the tools to become more effective leaders. From dissecting our Berkman reports with Dr. Robin, to playing the Win As Much As You Can game with Dr. Jeff, transformational listening, executive presence, and having a diverse personal board of directors are just a few of the takeaways we close with. I personally was able to develop a great elevator pitch and tools to help self-promote to the next level of my career. But the best part of this week for me was being able to meet and engage with phenomenal leaders within this industry and help one another recognize our greatness. To my fellow graduating class, I want to leave off on this note. Leadership is not about titles or positions or org charts. It's about one life positively influencing another. If your actions inspires others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. I just want to personally thank the Discovery leadership that's on this call, especially my boss, Keith Black. He's been very supportive in me taking the time this week to really develop myself. So thank you.
Thank you, Symphony. We have our last speaker, Kevin LaFon, Senior Manager of Contracts at A&E Networks.
Hi, everyone. First of all, I would like to say congratulations to everyone and thank you to everyone in the leadership group this week. As the self-proclaimed adventure seeker in this group of leaders, I must say that this week has been an adventure. While it didn't fit my "if it might kill me, I'll try it" mantra, it was a week full of aha moments and self-reflection. I want to take a moment to thank everyone who helped us along this week's journey. Thank you, Dr. Robin, for helping me get past the cognitive dissonance caused by the Berkman report and helping me gain the understanding of the importance of transformative listening. That was an essential tool. Dr. Jeff, besides your mad Zumba skills, you really helped me understand the importance of being proactive and finding mentors, having a diverse and robust network, and understanding power and influence. Thanks to Dr. Miller for helping me develop a succinct elevator pitch and to understand the value of executive demeanor. Dr. John Kobara, thanks for your insight on understanding the importance of inner peace along life's journey while constantly being mindful of having an ever-changing life portfolio to maintain balance. Thanks to Anne-Marie for being our cheerleader along the way and helping us to breathe and stretch. And a huge thank you to Stephanie for helping the process move seamlessly and answering my constant chat questions. I want to thank my managers, Jasmine Oberman and her manager, Stephanie Plassey, for recommending me for this program because it has been invaluable. I also want to thank my mentors, family, friends, and colleagues for always having my back and pushing me to achieve. Most of all, I want to thank all of you in this group of leaders, whether we were in breakout groups, dyads, or TEA groups, or just providing commentary during lessons or breaks. You all have inspired me with your insight and passion for what you do. I hope we all continue to develop and grow as assets to whatever organizations we serve and continue to advance within those organizations and without those organizations while bringing others along with us. Hopefully, NAMIC will provide us an opportunity to meet in person someday soon. But until then, know that you can reach me via LinkedIn, and I look forward to continuing this journey with you. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Kevin. And that concludes our class speakers. Well done by all five. Thank you very much. And I saw comments in the chat. People were giving them congratulations and kudos for expressing things that others were thinking as well. So again, thank you to all five of our speakers. And so now it's our opportunity to present all 35 members of this cohort. to all of you who are here in our Zoom auditorium. So I'm going to ask my colleague Stephanie Snyder to set that up and to start it off. All right, congratulations to everyone. I hope you got a chance to see yourself and your classmates. So a big round of applause to all of you who have just graduated from our NAMIC Leadership Seminar. I'm looking at two screens. I'm looking at the screen that I just posted on on the share screen, and I'm looking at the one where I can see all your faces. So we had such an engaging class, so many people who participated and did great things. But this is the part of the program where we give out some special awards to some standouts from our group. So these are special recognitions for outstanding participation in our September 2021 cohort. We just have a few awards, and then I'll bring up Anne Marie to close this up. So our first award is for the Master Networker Award. And for this cohort, we had a person who was very engaging when it came to connecting people. Even when we were talking about networking, he was placing his LinkedIn profile information inside of the chat so everybody can connect to him. And I believe somewhere along the way, he even gave some great advice to all of us who were in the classroom. So Chris Cruz from Comcast, you are our Master Networker Award winner. You'll be receiving a nice gift card to maybe buy some coffee. Our next award is for top participators. These folks, you know, they were engaged. They were always in the mix and giving some comments to all of us who were in the program. We have two awardees for this one here, Corey Wilkerson from Comcast and Yash Prabhu. Both of you very much did participation, not just in the sessions, but even around the sessions. I think you know, they've developed some LinkedIn groups and other things that really make this this group and this leadership seminar special. So thank you to Corey and to Yash. Call this next award the Early Riser, because you know, every day we, the organizing team, we get on to Zoom and into the Zoom classroom, you know, at least a half hour earlier than everybody else. And then we have the waiting room, where we can see who comes into the waiting room and what time they get there. Well, there were a couple of people who used to get there very early, but there was one person in particular who would get there at least 10 or 15 minutes before everybody else. And so they, you know, get the Early Riser Award, and that is Tyler Takahashi. He was on there all the time. In fact, I believe the first day he may have signed on about an hour later, an hour before everything started. But Tyler, we thank you for your participation. That encouraged us to get moving and get ready. And then last but not least, we have one last final award, the Above and Beyond Award. Somebody who did things a little extra, helped us out, coordinated things, talked to people, provided additional information to help people to be able to experience this whole leadership seminar in the right way. And we have one person who, she did this several times, going above and beyond the call of duty, and we want to thank her for that. Pranali Nanavati, thank you for your above and beyond participation in the 2021 September cohort. So we appreciate you and thank you for all that you've done. So to all of our awardees, congratulations. We will get you some a gift card that'll hopefully perk up your day or help you out in some way so that you can be recognized, but also have a little enjoyment, a reward for good work. We thank you for what you've done with us, and we look forward to seeing what all of our participants do in the future. So let me take this chance to thank all of the folks that we had there. Oh, you know what? I think I may have skipped one award. I thought that was the last one, but we got one more. Let me go back to my share screen here. We got one more award. Some of you are probably thinking to yourself, you know, there's somebody else we should be rewarding. Well, we're going to give a high five award to Keith Thomas. Keith, every day, I think maybe 4 out of the 5 days had a hat, specialty hat, not quite like this here academic regalia that I got on, but had a hat and did a whole lot to participate and encourage people throughout the session. So Keith, we also want to give you an award, the High Five Award. So thank you for all of your extra energy that you put into our sessions. And again, we appreciate you. All right, so thanks to all of our cohort. Now let's go back to what I was saying. I want to thank you all for participating, for being here, for showing up. And you know, we do this this type of seminar with people from all over the country, and in a couple of cases internationally. So we get a chance to meet people and see what they're thinking, how they are changing, how they intend to use the knowledge that is given out through some seminars like this. So we really do look forward to seeing what people are going to do with it, because it's one thing to have it, one thing to experience it. It's a totally different thing to use it, not just put it on a virtual shelf or on a physical shelf, but to use the insights, the aha moments, the skills, the various things we've shown you through this week. So from time to time, I'm sure I'll see things on LinkedIn, or I'll hear from you on email, and you'll tell me about something that you learned from this session that you're using, you know, 1 year, 2 year, 5 years later. And perhaps sometime in the future, our paths will cross again in the Executive Leadership Development Program. Now, we got lots of criteria for that program, but if you've made it there, and I've seen several people from leadership seminar over the years end up in the Executive Leadership Program, I will know that you've already employed a lot of the things we've talked about, and we'll give you some more tools for your toolbox. So thank you to NAMIC, and especially thank you to our final speaker today, Anne-Marie Burton, the Chief of Strategy and Programs at NAMIC. So let me yield the floor to her.
Thank you, Jeff. You know, when we talk about leadership, I wanted to just identify someone who's been living this for me. And he's my brother from my cohort, PJ. PJ, I see you here from Chatter. Sorry for the surprise. PJ and I both graduated from the Executive Leadership Program that Jeff was just talking about. And PJ has always identified individuals that he's growing within his company. You know, when you applied for the program, we asked you who recommended you, because we go back and we see who's pulling up other people. I often reach out to everybody who recommended someone, because leaders grow other leaders. So PJ, my brother, I see you. Thank you for being here today. I'm proud of you. You are living the dream, and you're leading by example. I appreciate you for that. So just had to pull it up, you know. ELDPLU, we stick together. I want to continue to thank you. I know that when I look at future applications, I'll be able to see not only you applying for some of our programs, but people being recommended by you. And that's a really strong statement towards your leadership and your growth for others. Again, thank you for a fantastic week. It's been amazing. I look forward to seeing you in some of the programs I mentioned earlier. Please stay in touch, and I hope to see you all at the happy hour. Congratulations, everyone. That concludes my remarks.
Well, thank you very much. And that concludes our NAMIC Leadership Seminar September 2021 cohort graduation. We are so excited for you, and we look forward to seeing all that you're going to do. Now, though, it is time to celebrate. So, to each of you, have a great evening and weekend. We look forward to seeing you cross our paths again. And once again, thank you to NAMIC for putting this all together.